Last week, I made over $10,000, and this is not from flipping a bunch of random trades, but by using one single setup I've trusted for many years. It's the same setup I've refined over 6 years of my trading journey, and now after 4.5 years of consistent profitability, this exact model helps me earn over $150,000 per month because I'm not bouncing around chasing every market move. I'm just repeating what works best for me and what could work best for you. This isn't a flashy setup. It's not something you'll find in a basic YouTube tutorial or some overhyped signal group. This is a high probability setup built around ICT concepts focusing on market structure, liquidity grabs, and clean execution. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact setup I used to pull $10,000 in just 5 days, why this works across all market conditions, how to spot it, confirm it, and enter with confidence, and how you can manage your risk so you can scale up without blowing your account. Then I'll walk you through real trades which I took last week so you can see the setup in action, exactly how I planned it, executed it, and locked in the profit. This is the same process we teach at AlgoPlus, and it's how our traders are building consistent profit without having to sit at the charts all day or even overcomplicate the game. So if you're tired of inconsistency and just want one setup that can deliver real results, then this is it. So let's dive into this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because it's completely free and this can absolutely change your life. Let's start with general information. So what we should know is the time frames: 15 minute, 3 minute, or 5 minute. So let me actually explain this. So the 15-minute time frame, I like the 15-minute time frame because on the lower time frame, what happens on the lower time frame is a reflection of what happens on the 15-minute time frame. So which is the higher time frame. So if we're on the 15-minute time frame, as you can see, we have the 3 minute. This is then where we swap to the 3 minute time frame or the 5 minute time frame for the refinement of our entry. Our time window should actually be 2 p.m. all the way to 5 p.m. New York time. So let me just write that. New York. So 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. New York time. We're going to be using the 3 minute or the 5 minute refined entry block, and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean by that. We're going to look for engulfing 15-minute candle. Now, this can be one singular candle, or this can be 2 candles, which engulfs the 15-minute candle. And we're going to target 1 to 2 or more if the confluence is there. And we're going to look for opposing liquidity to increase our probability on the trade. So first things first, let me just break this down for you guys with a quick sketch example. So, as you know, before our trading times, we don't do absolutely anything. But once we do get to that trading time, this is where the magic happens. So what I mean by the 15-minute engulfing candle. So if I was to take the rectangle and I was to do this. Let's say this is a 15-minute candle. And let's say price was looking to be bearish. Okay, let's say we're looking for sells at this point. So what I mean, we can have one candle that engulfs it. So let's say a 15-minute candle forms like this, and it completely engulfs the previous candle. Boom. That adds confluence to our trade, okay? If we go to the lower time frame, like the 5 minute or the 3 minute, we're automatically going to see a market structure shift with displacement if we have something like this. We can also have something like this, 2 candles. That's completely fine. If we do go to the lower time frame, we're also going to see a market structure shift with displacement. And essentially what that is going to look like, if we just grab this, boom, 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 it's going to look something like this. We're going to be able to identify a market structure shift with displacement. Super easy. We're going to have the 3 entry rule as well, liquidity sweep, rejection of the high, and then market structure shift with displacement. So we should be able to see all of this on the lower time frame, and that's what's so good about the 15-minute time frame. It's not too big and it's not too small. So what usually happens when we have something like this, prices always comes back to retest this area, and within this area there's going to be that entry block we'll be looking for, which is on the 3 minute or the 5 minute time frame. And once we get that entry block, we're going to enter at this level. And we're going to put our stop loss above the high if we're looking for sales. Again, it has to be a minimum of 5 pips. So let's just practice that from here now. So a minimum of 5 pips on the stop loss. And what we could do is we could target 1 to 2 or. As you can see, once price actually retraces into that entry point, boom, 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 boom. It's just gonna start to distribute towards the downside really, really nicely. Now it's gonna be completely different. Well, not completely different, but it's gonna be basically the opposite for buy. So let me show you guys exactly what I mean. If I was to grab the rectangle, we have a candle like this. Boom. It can engulf it exactly like that. Or we can have the 2 candle engulfment, which I did mention to you guys. Boom. It could be one of those 2. And again, if we do go to the lower time frame, it's gonna look like what it looks like for sells, but literally in the exact opposite direction. So there you go. Then it's gonna have a retracement, and then that's when the distribution is gonna start once it taps into that entry block. So boom, you can see we have a market structure shift. It rejected the low, and that's perfect. What we could do, we could grab the rectangle, we can enter at these levels. Here we go. Target on 1 to 2 hour for consistency, and boom. And again, if you guys want us to pass your funded challenge, guaranteed, and get you a payout, and guess what? The best part is you don't pay a single penny until you get a payout. So click the first link in the description and let us show you how AlgoPlus and guys, the best, if you guys want us to pass your funded challenge guaranteed, don't forget to click the first link in the description. So what we'll do, we'll pass your funded challenge guaranteed, and you don't pay a single penny to us until you get a payout. So click the first link in the description and we'll walk you through everything you need to know about this service. But let's get straight into the video. So we'll make this quick and simple. So as you can see, we're on a 15-minute time frame. So let's wait to see if we do get that engulfing setup. Boom. So we have a candle there. Boom. So we sort of engulfed this 15-minute bullish candle right here. So what we'll do, we'll refine it to our best ability. But what we want to do now is find the 3 entry rule. So you can see we have a liquidity sweep towards this side of the market. You can see we have a high here. And what actually happened to this high is that price fails to break above this high. So if you grab the highlighter, you can see that price failed to break above it. So now we have sort of a rejecting of the high. So we'll go to the 5-minute time frame first, and let's try and refine it as much as possible. So you can see we have an entry block right here. And what we can also do is identify our market structure shift right about here. We could refine that some more. We could go to the 3-minute time frame. You can see we have another entry block right about here, just sitting, and that's the most we could refine it to. So what we'll do, we'll let price play. We can even go back to the higher time frame if we wanted to. And as you can see, price came back to our entry point. So what we'll do now, we'll go short position, and our stop loss should be minimum 5 pips. As you can see, we have a 5 pip stop loss. What we could do, we could put it a bit wider, maybe 7 pips, just to cover this imbalance right here. And again, to add some more confluence to our trade to increase the probability, as you can see, we have these liquidity points towards the other side of the market, which can actually be targeted. So let's see, 1 to 2 R, nope, it's less than 1 to 2, less than 1 to 2, so we want to take it to 1 to 2 at least. But again, we could also use these liquidity points as our take profit levels, if anything. So let's see. Boom, boom, boom. As you can see, we do end up hitting take profit eventually after some time of waiting. And it does end up going much, much lower. So it does end up smashing beyond this liquidity point right here, which is about a 1 to 2.77 R. And it does end up going to about 1 to 4 nearly, as you can see right there. It does end up tagging 1 to 4. So again, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.